Greetings and welcome. I am MathNut and I'll be playing some Keyforge this morning. I'm actually going up against a person that I can talk to on the Discord server for Keyforge. I don't know if it's the only one, but it's one that I have joined. Um, Let me shoot him a howdy message. Now, let's take a look at this starting hand. This starting hand has a lot going for it. I could just turn one, play Master Plan with a Rise. And that's actually probably what I'm going to do. Um, it's a little bit disappointing. I'd rather have this hand when going first because I don't have another shadow card to play. But it can set me up so well. But if he plays anything to start out with, as much as I hate to do it, I'm going to mulligan this hand. This is the combo that I absolutely adore. Mulligan. This is a better hand for going second. Um, Playing Shadow Self into Nexus, if he plays any sort of artifact, will give me the ability to take advantage. Because Nexus becomes much more difficult to kill when guarded by a Shadow Self. Okay. I'll call Shadows. I don't want that, well, sword of Damocles hanging over my head the whole game. So we will go ahead and get Nexus out there, and if I want, I can wipe the board. Your artifact is now mine. Well, admittedly, it's still your artifact. I didn't snack lefter it, which would have been fun, but a little bit overkill. But now there's this interesting dynamic where we each have access to the same board wipe. When is the right time to use it? As I've played more and more Keyforge, I have come increasingly to realize that so much of this game is just about finding the right times and the right timings to play things. There are a ton of action cards that give you one ember, but if certain other conditions are met, give you more. Sometimes considerably more, like bait and switch. Oh, let me go ahead and throw my streaming link into the Discord server. Twitch. There we are. Master of One. I don't know what Master of One is. Reap, you may destroy a creature with one power. Okay. And Dust Imp. When he's destroyed, he gains 2. Now the question. Do I want to play Shadows and blow this board up? I don't have any 1 power cards. Yeah, I do. I think. Yeah. So I will reap, blow up the board. I don't want him to have that sitting out there. If he finds a way to kill off my creature, then I no longer have the ability to stop him. Let's see here. Dashboard. Gotta be a way to share this. Just twitch.tv/mathnut. Twitch.tv/mathnut. Yes. Alright, so I'll go ahead and link that over there. Just for fun. Ah! No, stop. Go away. I do not want myself echoing. Okay, so he's put out 2 Mars creatures. Use a friendly non-Mars and 1 power play. Capture it for each friendly ready. I think I can do without that. Way of the Bear gives Assault 2. Yeah, I'll play Untamed. I'll play out my Nifl Queen. I'll play out the Nifl Ape. Don't put cards I want to live in the middle because he's got Dis, which means Hand of Dis is a very real possibility. And I'm going to discard my key charge here. It's not worth holding on to for that long. Woohoo! That's a lot of Dis. Speaking of Dis, he chooses Dis. I'll probably actually call Dis on my next turn just to get the key to... 3 Fates. That was painful. Arise, Master of One. Yeah, I see how this is going to go. I'm going to call Dis. I'm going to play the key to Dis. I'm going to play the Dominator Bauble. I'm going to play Toxin. And I could pull back 3 Shadow Creatures. I don't really think that's what I want to do. I think I'd rather put the Arise under Master Plan on a later turn. And draw. That's not bad. Nerve Blast is quite useful here because I can kill off... which would I kill off? I'm not actually sure. Probably the Yixley Marauder. Just with Nerve Blast. Alternatively, I do still have a key to Dis, so yeah. But ideally, I will save that for a couple turns hence. Once I have the master plan in play, blow up all my creatures, pull back all of whatever faction it is I want to pull back, and go from there. Right now, it's looking like Shadow, because I'm going to be able to put another Shadow creature into play on my next turn. And... oh, fight. He's fighting Toxin. Not worried about that. I don't have any 1-power creatures. I'm going to call Shadows. I'm going to play the Master Plan. I want to put a Rise under it. Play Naughty the Thief. And Nerve Blast. Blow up him or him? I'll blow up him. And that will be that turn. Am I sure I want to end my turn? Oh, I could key to Dis. Yeah, I'm sure. I don't think key to Dis is useful just yet. Might become soon, but I don't think so yet. I would love to see him call Mars again. I think Mars would be a mistake, but no, he's calling Logos. Now I find out, he has Time Traveler. The bigger question is, do you have library access? If you have library access, I might just concede here, because it's terrible. Plays Novu. So my next turn is going to be the turn that I blow up the board. I'm going to use my key to Dis to blow up this board. Twin Bolt Emission, they'll kill off my creature. And it doesn't matter what you damage, it's all going to die to key to Dis. He blew up his Dust Imp. That makes sense. Putting him at 9. There's not much I can do about that. Well, I'm going to call Shadows, because that's what I have the most of in my graveyard. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4... do I really only have 4? I thought I had 5. Okay, four Shadow creatures in my discard. Actually, Untamed might be better. To pull back 2, I have 2 in hand. It would be 4... no, I like Shadows better. Shadows are going to be harder for him to take care of, so I'm going to call Shadows. And step 1, key to Dis. Goodbye. Step 2, Master Plan. Pull back all my Shadow creatures. Step 3, play Shadow Self. Shadow Self can protect a Dodger on the left. and a Dodger on the right. So those two will be able to fight. And then Nexus and the Thief. And all I can do. I don't get to draw a new card because of the chain from playing Arise. But I now have 5 shadow creatures on the board. Which means I would very much like to play Shadow on my next turn. He stuns everything. It makes Shadow less appealing. I will call Dis here. Do I want to call Dis? Or do I rather call Untamed? I'd rather call Untamed. We'll play out the Ritual of Balance, Nepothine Seed, Big Twig on the left, and Niffleape on the left. And in turn. Snack Lifter. Good, good. I don't expect him to play any artifacts right now, but I can easily call Shadows on this next turn, clear off all these stuns. Action, enemy creature captures one from his own side. So that's the delayed stun, or delayed steal. I don't expect him to call Mars. He only played 2 Mars cards, only has 1 Mars creature on the board. Logos. That's good. Wow, plays 2 lab work. So he basically draws a whole new hand and archives 2 cards. Excellent. He's at 5. Think. Yeah, I'm going to call Shadows. Poison Wave would kill off Naughty the Thief, and nothing else on my side, and 1 on his side, so we'll go ahead and do that. I'm fine losing Naughty. Yes. 6 damage goes on to Shadow Self. Play you on the left. Play you on the left. Got quite a few shadow creatures to clear the stuns off of. And I'm going to hold on to Snack Lifter because I really like him, and he has a lot of potential to swing the balance of the game. So I'll end my turn. I could use the Nepothine Seed as well. Nothing in particular I want to go grab right this second. If I had an Arise in hand, I'd absolutely go grab Master Plan and set this all up again. Now I have an Arise in hand. So if he doesn't blow up all my shadow creatures, chooses Mars. Ammonia Cloud, deal 3 damage. Okay, so guess what I'm going to do? Shadow Self takes a whole lot of damage. Mass Abduction. Oh. Put up to 3 damaged enemy creatures. Okay. And Soft Landing. Elusive, your opponent loses 1 for... Okay. And Jammer Pack, my keys cost more. I'm not doing particularly well. I mean, here I have to call Shadows, I think. Yeah, I'm going to call Shadows. I'm going to fight with this creature, elusive. I'm going to fight with this creature, still elusive. I'm going to use this to go grab my Master Plan. I'm going to play my Master Plan to bank another Arise. Now that I've done that, I will discard Snack Lifter. Why did I discard him? I should have played him. Oh well. And in my turn, he gets to forge his 2nd key. So now I'm in a world of pain. Yeah, I really should have played Snack Lifter just to get another card on the field. Yeah, my next turn is going to be probably an 1, 2, 3. I have 3 untamed creatures in my discard. So The Hunting Witch play is not spectacular, not terrible. I don't know. Ooh, there's a Twitch chat. See someone? Hey, Muppet Pac-Man. Yes, I am sad that Soulforge is dead as well. This game is called Keyforge. It's also made by Richard Garfield. It's a real-life card game. Hey, Harlan Jupiter as well. And in Gen Pana, is Muppet Pac-Man still here? Yes, okay. So, sorry. It's a unique deck game where every deck you open is uniquely named and has a unique deck list. There is no deck building. Every deck I've registered online, so I have 5 different decks. These are the decks I play. The Crucible Online, this client that I'm using, is not official, so don't think it's such. But it imports the decks that you've uploaded to the website and lets you play with them. Your opponent cannot use any cards next turn. Cards can still be played and discarded. I'm not quite sure what that means. Cannot use any cards this turn. Well, in that case, I'm going to call this. If I can't use a card, because I obviously can't use that, I can't use that, I will just play out as much as possible, including your friend of mine, Shaffles. And we will Flame Wreath Shaffles. So, yeah, and then we'll play out the Pit Demon. The goal of the game, Pac-Man, is to get to 3 forged keys. You forge a key at the start of your turn, and only on the start of your turn, having 6 amber. Various actions and cards you play will generate amber. Any card that has this little orange dot on it, that's what the amber tokens look like in real life, is a card that when you play it will generate amber. You can also, any creature that you have in play that you can use, you can reap with. Reap will generate an amber. And various other things let you generate or steal or remove amber from your opponent. And the goal is to get to 3 keys. First one there wins. The interesting conceit of the game is every deck is comprised of 3 houses. In this case, my 3 houses are Dis, Shadows, and Brobnar, denoted by the 3 different symbols on the card back. At the start of every turn, I choose one of those 3 houses. Oh, you took out my Control of the Weak, you jerk. Oh, gosh. Oh, you're just murdering my hand, aren't you? Fortunately, I actually don't care about that, because I'm going to likely call Untamed. Ooh, I don't know. So you've got a whole lot of... Ooh, I actually don't know what I'm going to do. I'll have to think about it. Okay. Stop. Let's take a breath, because I'm in the middle of explaining. Basically, Muppet, you can still attack with creatures, and there are creatures like Dodger that have a fight ability, where if they survive the fight, that triggers. Which can be, of course, very useful. He's at 3. I'm going to call Untamed and pull back every Untamed creature in my discard. So, I have Master Plan in play that has Arise underneath it. If I call Untamed, and I trigger my Master Plan, I can pull back. I can play the card that was underneath it, in this case, Arise, which lets me take all of a single house back into my hand. Now I play Full Moon. My opponent is not playing Shadows, so I'm not worried about bait and switch. And I can play out the Hunting Witch. Now every creature I play this turn is worth 2 amber. So I play out Mermook. I get 2 amber. I play out Niffleape. I get 2 amber. I play out Niffleape. I get 2 amber, and I play out Niffle Queen, and I get 2 amber. I'm going to leave Shaffles in play. I'm also going to use Lost in the Woods. I'm only going to be bouncing my own creatures if I play Lost in the Woods. I'm just going to discard Lost in the Woods. Now you'll notice that this turn I can't touch my disc creatures or my shadow creatures. I can't do anything with them. Nor can I use my disc artifacts. I could use my Ritual Balance, which is an untamed artifact. It just doesn't do any good. And in turn, I have a big turn. Now he gets a big turn. I am at 13 amber. On the downside of that, I am currently in a position where he's ahead, and if he can get enough amber, I can't stop him from winning. The most I'm going to be able to steal is 1, 2, 3, if he doesn't do anything else. So if he can doesn't kill Marmook. Marmook makes his keys more expensive. So instead of costing 6, they cost 7. Can I generate 2 amber? No. Muppet, you're only allowed to forge 1 key a turn. So at the start of your turn, if you have 13, you'll spend 6 and forge 1 key. There are a couple of cards in the game, like Key Charge, that let you forge a key out of cycle. Keys are only forged at the start of your turn, so your opponent, in theory, always has a chance to react when you have enough amber to forge a key. And you can never, outside of actions, you can only forge 1 key per turn. Now, the nice thing about this is if you want to go and experiment with the game yourself, the Crucible Online, which is where I play, is completely open and free. And the Keyforge website, you can go and search the entirety of every deck that has been registered. There's 43,000 pages of decks. Sorry, 437. Oh, right. 43,000 pages, 437,000 decks. So you can pick one, upload it onto the Crucible, and just play to see what the game is like. Decks cost about $10. I'm torn. I could call Shadows or I could call Untamed. Untamed gives me 5 creatures that I could reap with or fight with. Shadows only gives me 2 creatures to reap or fight with, but I can fight with both of these, and both of them will steal amber from him. I can play out another creature as well. Dis isn't really an option. I could steal 1 and then fight with 1 and steal 2, which does drain all his amber, but I'd rather use Shadows because I have more Shadows cards in my hand. I think they're more useful. Past that, let's go ahead and call Shadows. That lets me... Did you play this guy again? Or is that... Oh. Sorry. Over-analyzing. So we will fight with this and kill this guy. We will fight with this. Kill this guy. And we will play Nexus left and discard and discard and in turn. He calls Logos. He has to be able to get me down 4 Ember, which he can. He's got Effervescent Principle. That only gets me down to 5. So if I'd called Untamed, that probably would have been it. And he's going to play a Dexter. That gets me down to 4. So capture mechanic. Whenever a card captures an Ember, the Ember leaves the pool of the player it's being captured from, which if a card just says capture, it's always your opponent. And whenever the creature dies, the Ember comes back. So it holds it basically in stasis. I'm at 4. He's at that. I'm going to just call Untamed and do a bunch of reaping. No, I'm going to call Shadows and do a bunch of reaping. Because I can reap with Nexus. Lets me use my opponent's artifact. Whenever a card lets you use another card, unless it states otherwise, it is open to any faction. So I can use his Dominator Bauble, which lets me use another creature out of faction. I will reap with the Niffle Queen that I was able to use because of the Dominator Bauble. I will fight with this guy to kill off Mr. Time Hog. My creature lives, so I get to steal an Amber. I'll fight with this creature and target... I'll target Dexter to get my Amber back. And let's see here. I'll play out Poison Wave, which will give me another Amber for playing it. And kill off the creature that I'm particularly worried about, this guy, which would cost me Amber for each friendly Mars creature. And then I'll play out Master Plan, which will give me an Amber. And I'll play out Naughty the Thief. And end my turn. I am again at 10 Amber. And once again, he's got to drain at least 5 Amber from me in order to not lose. He plays Ammonia Cloud, which kills off a ton of the board. In fact, pretty much all the board, except the Niffle Queen. And that's it. So I say good game. Well played. And that was that. Ask if he wants to go again, simply because this is somebody that I found on the Keyforge Discord. Oh, if you want to voice chat on Discord, we can do that too. All right, Jupiter. Also, Jupiter, if you want to play. Okay, so I'm going to leave this game. New game. Same password. Math. Go spectators' hands. Don't save. Select deck. Let's try Aya Spyco McNally. Yeah, Pac-Man. This game has been filling kind of the niche that SoulForge left for me since it came out. I have the 5 decks you see there. I also have another 8 sitting unopened on my kitchen table, waiting for some friends of mine to come over and try and do a sealed deck, because the conceit of this game works very, very well for sealed deck. Okay, I like this a lot better. I will probably Wild Wormhole and just see what the heck I can pull for my opening turn. So, first player draws 1 additional card, can only play 1 card the first turn. Oh, I didn't count my cards. I thought I was first player. So he's got Gauntlet of Command. That's like the Dominator Bauble. It lets him ready and fight with a friendly creature outside of the house faction. Okay, that's disappointing. So I'll play Logos, Wild Wormhole, see what I can get. I get a pile of skulls. Awesome. Play this action. We'll use that. Sure. Just exhaust it and end turn. Library Access. Library Access is one of the most powerful combo cards in the game. Basically, for the rest of the turn, it's play a card, draw a card, instead of just play a card. If you can get it comboing with anything that pulls it back from your discard and get 2 or 3 of them going, you can very easily draw your entire deck into your hand and have 3 ridiculous God Power turns. Unfortunately, this deck has no Library Access combo potential. There is no way, short of dumb luck when the discard gets shuffled back in, to pulling Library Access back into your hand. Protectrix. You may fully heal a creature. You can use them on that. Okay, I'm going to call Untamed and throw out my Niffle-Ape and my Niffle-Queen. Discard this card and in turn. Yay, Bouncing Death Quark. I have said it before on the stream and in person. This is my favorite card of the game. I just love the flavor of it. The idea that you have this subatomic particle that is completely uncontrollable and will murder everything. It's probably my favorite board wipe. Doesn't always result in a board wipe, which is also why I quite enjoy it. You can be a lot more tactical with it than you can other board wipes. Password is math. M-A-T-H. Effervescent Principle. Okay. I think you took one from me, but you're using a library access play. Oh, welcome, Jupiter. Alright, so I'm pretty certain I'm going to be calling Logos here. Library access might make this a better turn than I'm thinking it's going to be. But I definitely want to get rid of Mother. Mother is your standard. Your hand size is increased by 1, so you're always off to a better selection of choices. Discards. Ooh. Well, that's not fun. That's the anti-archive card. We haven't talked about archive much. I'll go into it in just a second because I'm going to be playing sloppy lab work. But I'm definitely calling Logos. And question is, do I choose to kill 1 or 2 creatures? He's only got 1 amber. Going for the pile of skull. Stop. Play library access first. Ta-da. Okay, library access now in effect. Now I play my Bouncing Death Quark. I want to kill that and that. And yes, I want to repeat the effect. I'm going to kill... That has an on-play effect, so I'm going to kill that, which don't have on-play effects. And have reap effect, rather. And then I will play Sloppy Lab Work, which allows me to archive a card and discard a card. I'm going to archive... I'm going to archive my Full Moon and discard Relentless Assault. Full Moon is Hunting Witch, which, if you're not familiar, just an amber whenever you play a creature as an action. So the way the archive works is you put cards into your archive. On any subsequent turn after you declare your house, you can choose to take all of your archive into your hand. It's basically caching it for future use. Unfortunately, I'm not able to build up a board this game. Reap, use a friendly non-sanctioned creature. Okay, I'm calling Brobnar here. And I do not want to take my archive into my hand, because I won't be able to play it, so it'll just sit there and clog up my hand, not let me draw through my deck as fast. Going to punch, the only creature that will die to a punch, Commander Remiel. I'm going to play Smash, which lets me stun a creature. Taunt, reap, play. We'll stun Protectrix. We'll play the Gauntlet of Command. And we will just play Smith for an Ember. Smith would be better if I had board control, which I want to get to, but I don't have it. And in turn. I probably played that wrong. I should have played Smash first to Jupiter's Point and Jackson. When I punched the creature, I would have been able to capture his one ember onto Smash. When I punched the creature off the board, I didn't get to capture an ember because I had no creatures left. And okay, so +1 power after an enemy creature is destroyed, fully heal it and give it a +1 counter. I'm going to be taking some chains this turn. Chains are a way the game lets powerful cards exist as a drawback. Whenever you gain chains, it lowers your maximum hand size by 1. You get enough chains, it eventually becomes 2. I've never played a game where I got enough chains to lower the hand size by 2. So I'm just going to go for the board wipe here. I'm going to call Brobnar, do not want my archive, and play Coward's End. Coward's End destroys each undamaged creature. None of his creatures are damaged, so goodbye. And I'm going to discard my other Coward's End. In turn, yep. Now you'll notice that I only draw up to 5 cards because of the aforementioned chain. Wah, wah, wah. War Chest. That is gain 1 for every creature. Okay, that's a really powerful card. And having double Gauntlets of Command is pretty powerful. On the downside for him, he currently has no creatures. So I'll be calling Logos. And I do not want my archive. I'll be playing Dr. Escotera. Not a particularly powerful creature. Gives me amber for each key my opponent has forged. So at most, he's worth 2. Right now, he's worth none, so he's just a 4-power creature. Alright. I have Mimicry in my hand. What does he have in his discard? I could... Ooh. Ooh, now that's tempting. I could Mimicry a Library Access and just go to town on Utera. Not Utera. That's Soulforge. Untamed. I've made that mistake really more times than I should have. You know what? I might just do that just to see what happens. I've got 3 Untamed. I'll be pulling in a 4th from my archive. Yeah, let's do it. I'm going to take my archive into my hand. I'm going to Mimicry your Library Access. Is there anything else I'd rather do? Lose half? No. Fogify? No. Punch? No. Library Access. So from remainder of the turn, anytime I play a card, I draw a card. So let's play Full Moon. Let's play Stampede. Let's play Murmook. That was a mistake. I should have done Lost in the Woods first. Oops. Actually, let's do Nature's Call. By this action, we'll bounce this guy and this guy to my hand. We'll just bounce the Murmook. Oh man, I'm not playing that smart at all. Okay. Pause. What I should have done was play out these 2 creatures and then bounced all 3 of my Untamed creatures to draw 3 more cards. That's what I should have done. That was not played correctly. And then bounce that and that. The Lost in the Woods shuffles them into the deck. And then I play a Murmook. And I'll play a Murmook. And then I'll play my Briar Grubbling. Yeah, I should have been able to draw 2 more cards there, and that was my fault. Oh well, what could have been a really powerful turn just turns into a 7 amber turn, because I was at 4 at the start. I might not have drawn anything with my additional 2 creature card or creature draws, but might have, and then that would have just or gone further. Spirit's Way. Destroy each creature with a power 3 or higher. Remiel. And Epic Quest. And that's just a discard. Epic Quest is so hard to play. It's really powerful. The only way to get a free Keyforge. But you have to be able to play 7 Sanctum cards in a turn. Given the max hand size is generally 6, that's a problem. I'm going to call Logos here. Brobnar wouldn't be bad, but I'm not going to want to fight with the Briar Grubbing because its big value is being hard to kill on defense, not on offense. Because Hazardous 5, whenever something attacks it, it deals 5 damage ahead of the combat. So we'll go with Logos. We will draw a card. We will draw a card. Not terribly helpful. We will Fogify. We'll play Dr. Escotera. Play the Archaeologist. You want to talk about powerful cards that seem to go unnoticed? I find this to be really powerful because it lets you pull back from your discard into your archive, and then you can just start using whatever you feel most appropriate over and over again. But now I'm probably set up either for a Brobnar or a Logos turn next. I'm at 7 Amber. If he can't steal anything from me, which he doesn't have an artifact that will let him do, and obviously his creatures won't, but there are still plenty of ways to drain my Amber from his hand. Like Bumpsy. Bumpsy's away. Your opponent loses 1 Amber. So I'm immediately back down. Still not below the threshold, though. He's got to make me lose 1 more. Take out my Briar Grubbing. Okay. Now the question is, what else do you do? You need to make me lose 1 more so I don't forge my second key. Relentless Assault. So Bumpsy's going to kill off... Oh, you're going to just start killing off my creatures. Was destroyed in a fight. So you'll gain 2 Amber from War Chest. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to do anything about that. Yeah, I can. I can, thanks to my pile of skulls, I'll be able to capture 1. The Fogify is really helping me here, as Jackson or Jacksoon has pointed out. He can't kill my creatures because of Fogify. His goal was to kill off both these creatures, then use War Chest to gain Amber. But because none of my creatures died in combat because of Fogify, War Chest didn't give him anything. So he just reaped with his Bumpsy again to gain an Amber. Oh, he activated his Sigil of the Brotherhood. His Sigil of the Brotherhood let him reap with his other 2 Sanctum creatures. So I'm going to call Brobnar, pretty obviously. I'm going to play out Fire Spitter. It doesn't really matter if I play it on the left or the right. Going to play out the Chieftain. You always have to play on the flanks. There's no way I could put him in the middle to allow me to fight with 2 creatures. I'm going to play him on the... Make sure it's on the left. Activate him to activate Fire Spitter. Fire Spitter will fight the Vault Keeper. And that kills off 2 creatures because of Fire Spitter's effect. And then I will put an Amber on the Chieftain and on the Archaeologist. Now I'll play out the other Fire Spitter on the right. And I play out Valdir on the right. And use this to allow me to fight with Dr. Escotera. And Dr. Escotera will trade off with Bumpsy, allowing me to capture another Amber, which I'll put on the other Fire Spitter that's not damaged. And that gets him back below 6. And there goes the pile of skulls again. That we mentioned earlier that can be very, very annoying. Yeah, all of my decks, I have played at least 3 different games with my wife. Oops, I'm not on my decks. Go to my decks. My decks. Played at least 3 different games with my wife with, and have played several games online. I wish this deck had a war chest. Would improve this deck quite a bit. Dexter. I think Dexter is one of the worst cards in the game, unfortunately. You capture 1, which on play, which is not bad, and then it goes on top of your deck when it gets destroyed. So if somebody like me calls Brobnar, oh gosh, I don't have my. This deck also doesn't have loot the bodies, does it? No, it doesn't. Ah, well, I'm going to call Brobnar and Reap, 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 and then use this to fight with that and kill off the Bat Drone. And we'll capture another one onto Valdir in turn. Oh. So I'm at 4. I don't actually really have a great play to get up to 6 Amber, just aside from calling Brobnar again. Archive the top card of your deck. War Song for the remainder of the turn. 1. This deck doesn't have War Song either. War Song would be such a big help. So you'll ready that and fight with him, killing, I don't know, kill. My Archaeologist, so you get your Amber back. Getting you to 2. Let's see here. Bouncing Deathcork wins me game. I'm not quite sure how Bouncing Deathcork wins me the game. I mean, I can get 2 Amber. That's only destroyed in combat. Destroyed in a fight this turn. Okay, would have. I'm still close. And I'm probably still going to call Logos. Um, so I get 2 amber from Logos. Uh, either way, going to go with Fogify and route access. We will activate that to allow him to fight and destroy that. And we'll put the amber on him. He's at 12. And we'll just discard Bouncing Death Cork. I'm at 6. Oh, wait. I'm on Logos. Let's activate some cards here. There we go. Twin Bolt Emission will give me another amber. We can draw 2 cards. He will get the ability to capture 2 from me and stall out a bit. And play Dr. Escoterra. And now I end turn. Just have to get enough amber to finish this off. And that was my best amber play there. He's got to drain 2 amber from me to keep the game going. Unlikely, but possible. And I'm at 6 and win. Okay. Alright, I'm going to take a break. I need to call my wife back. Alright, I'll be back in a few minutes. I'm going to shut the stream off and start it back up so that I have continuity and not a big 5-10 minute dead spot in the middle of it. See you soon.